All
So
right,
fun.
I think we are
I think we're here.
ready. Goodness.
So where
Hello.
are we located?
On a patio.
The patio.
Fair enough.
That's the best
We're all
answer
in
ever.
Washington. Yeah. Don't ask me where. You got to talk to these people about where these are.
Puyallup, Washington, South Hill to be exact.
South Hill.
Represent.
Nice.
Was it Western Washington?
We're down with the PU.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you guys look like you are a blast. So, is this where y'all are going to be practicing tonight?
Yes, sir.
It is.
All right.
Right here.
Next few weeks.
Sweet action. So, I want to talk a little bit about Rock on the Locks Festival. What is going on with that, and who are you most excited to play with?
Myself.
Don't go back. Even if you have a pass, don't go backstage.
Dude, I had that coming.
There's some great band. Their Third Eye Blind's going to be there. Dirty Honey. We played with those guys before about a year or two ago. Gosh, there's some great bands there. Dorothy's there. We played with Dorothy. Yeah,
I'm
Dorothy.
apparatus.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool festival. It's our first year to this one. So yeah, it's down in Oregon.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, and that's going to be September 26th through the 28th, and I think you guys play on the 28th, correct?
Yeah, we're on the last day. We're on the 28th.
Sweet.
They saved the best for last, apparently.
That's right. That's right.
Ain't that how it always is?
Right?
Come on now.
Got to send them out right.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we have
My
got
phone.
too many
My
phones.
phone. My phone. That one was me.
That's good stuff. So two female vocalists in this band.
And Mike.
Do you guys fight
Three.
it out, or is it pretty well, you get this one, you get this one, or how does that dynamic work?
You should see the brawls. It's
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
We've actually got a little mud pit in the rehearsal room.
Yeah.
Jello wrestling match.
Backhand. Yeah. So.
No, neither of us really. I think none of it's been fighting. It's just been like, what do you want to do? What feels good to sing? What sounds good? So let's just kind of see what works best.
Yeah. It's easy actually. That's what's really fun about it all is it's about the music and it's about the stage show, and so it's not about any ego. And I think what's really cool with this group of people is that we're able to keep our egos out the door at least. So it's fun. Sorry, I'm looking at this awesome dog.
Yeah,
So
there's a
cute.
dog over here.
With the
We love
balls.
dogs.
Fortunately,
Yeah.
our egos are so big they won't fit through the door. So we just
Yeah, so we leave
That's
them.
right.
We
They-
leave them outside.
So we practice on the patio.
Oh my goodness, that's really cool. But so you're also trained in opera. What led you ladies to rock and roll?
Well, for me, this was actually why I got into opera.
Okay,
So
all right.
when I was a teenager, I loved Evanescence.
Mhm,
And so
mhm.
that was kind of like women can do this. And then I wanted to do this. And then parents said, you have to go to college. So I went and said, okay, I'm going to go for singing. And then was kind of funneled into the opera program.
Yep.
And here we are.
It's basically the same story. Because that's the thing. So 10 years ago, you couldn't get a degree in modern singing styles. If you wanted to if you wanted to pursue academic singing, you essentially were put into the realm of opera. So similarly, I followed the same path.
Yep.
I also really liked modern music. I was a songwriter. I did all kinds of stuff, and then for me, it was Italy. I did a summer program in Italy, and I got to the level where I was offered some roles, and I just really realized it's cutthroat and it's hard. And the most fun I had was going into the little karaoke place in Italy and singing and bringing the house down with the piano. And I'm like, you know what? So I moved to Seattle, and that's what I decided to pursue there. Was I wanted to do modern music, and then I fell with these cats. So it's been great. It's been kismet.
That's really cool. That's really cool. And we've got a father and son in the band as well, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
You guys,
Yeah.
And the grandfather.
There it is.
you guys, the father and son.
No, he likes to be in the middle. That's it.
You got to
Yeah,
keep them separated.
So how did this happen? I mean, did you just fall in after your father?
We know where babies come from now.
Yeah,
I don't know
you
if
can. Yeah.
Well,
the birds and the bees, yeah.
you're giving us softballs here. You know?
Yeah.
I know. I'm just lobbing that shit.
I know. Yeah. Well, yeah.
yeah, sorry, you can't take us anywhere. It's
Started
not
with
bad.
a bottle of tequila, and then it just moved on to Devin.
Now he's here.
Yeah.
Awesome. And he came out with a guitar. That's really cool.
I only want the background, Devin.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
happened.
no.
That's how it went down. So now that you're up to speed.
So has there been any family quarrels or anything like that going, why are you playing it like that? Or come on, son, what's up?
Well, I usually have to correct his notes, but he usually knows he's in the wrong, so then he fixes it.
Devin's been, he was born with a guitar. I mean, he came out of the womb with a guitar in his hand. So, he's actually, even though he's way younger than I am, he's probably spent more time playing the guitar because he just never puts it down.
Mom must have been real happy of coming out with the guitar.
I was going to painful birth.
See, I can do this too.
It was probably pretty sharp.
At least it wasn't a bass. Okay.
Yeah.
Then it would have been late.
Boom.
Okay, all right.
God, I fucking quit.
Where are the rails and where did we fall off?
Oh, God. Ozzy sang it best.
So let's-
Anyway, yeah, Devin he plays in Sin Circus as well. That's the band that he's had for Jesus, what, like 15 years now.
Yeah.
And they've been going strong for 15 years, and we also play together in a show called The King Alive in '85, and he plays guitar for that. And we've known the Limberlost gang here for about the same amount of time, 15 years, and just crossed paths with them many times.
All the time.
And we've always got along good, and we always thought they were a good band. And when things kind of fell apart after their last tour, I got a call from Mike, and he said, "Hey man, we're looking for a bass player and a guitar player to rebuild the band." And at the time, I mean, I'm kind of busy doing other things myself. I was just like, "Hey, well, send me the stuff." And I know a lot of people. I can, at least, find the right people for you. And he sent me the stuff, and I listened to it, and I was like, "Look, this stuff is pretty badass." And so I called my son. And I was like, "Have you heard the new Limberlost stuff?" And he's like, "No, they've been trying to call me, but I haven't got back to him yet." So I sent him the files of the songs, and he calls me back about an hour later. He's like, "What the fuck? these guys went and grew up, and they wrote a fucking hit record." And so we discussed it between ourselves, and we were like, "Fuck, man, we should probably jump on this and be a part of the freight train." And so here we are.
Even if I didn't join the band, I still wanted to learn the solos because the solos were so tasty. I was just like, I'm gonna play these songs anyway, just for fun. And I was sending him videos
nice.
doing the solos.
Yeah.
And eventually I was just like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
The world needs to hear it.
Well, I think Randy's got a little bit of a song of one of yours that was just released not too long ago. I'd like to say that I saw the little behind the scenes from Aliens, and that was probably the most fun thing to watch, is like the behind the scenes of a music video being made.
Hell
It was
yeah.
really awesome, and I appreciate that you guys did that.
All right, here we go. Limberlost with Alien.
The watchers and the wanderers hidden in plain sight. Try to break your chains and you'll reclaim your right. Don't you feel just a little bit alien? Don't it seem to make just a little bit of sense? Don't you feel just a little bit alien? Don't it seem to make just a little bit of sense? And if you take it on like you don't belong, can't you feel it just a little bit?
Conjure him just by looking at the
Yeah. Yeah.
We were all just admiring
he's
Sammy's
like-
cleavage. In the
Thank you.
I wish we could have heard that conversation.
Right.
Damn it, we watched this again.
Okay, so are you ready? This is a little Easter egg only for you right here on Bleach Bangs. You heard it first. Every time you see cleavage in the music video, the next shot will be Steve.
It's magic.
Yes, it's just editing. Magic.
He's always watching.
That's how we get our watch hours up, you know.
Right.
He's always
Always
watching.
watching.
Oh my goodness. So
That is perfect.
That is the latest release off of what's going to be your full-length album from Beautiful Scars, which is going to be released June 13th, correct?
Friday.
15 days.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
What could go wrong?
Nice,
Of course.
nice. Why didn't I even notice that? I was looking up, oh yeah, it's on Friday. That's really cool. Nice. So
On this hockey mask.
Yeah.
Next one, we're in hockey mask, guys.
All right.
All right.
so
Nice.
you've also got a they can go and pre-save and do all that good stuff. Where is the best place to go and do that?
Well, if you go on our website, that's probably the best way. It's limberlostmusic.com. You'll see a couple options there. You can get either the unsigned or the signed release pre-save there. We're actually offering a free pre-sale right now, and if you go in there and do that and use the code, all capital letters, Limberlost 10, Limberlost 10, all caps. You can put that in as a discount as you check out, and all you're going to pay is shipping, and we'll ship those things out the 6/9, I believe, is when we can start shipping those. So we'll be shipping them out the week as the song releases, and you'll get it right around the time it releases. And for those people that don't have CD players and going, yeah, you know, it's a beautiful CD. She did an amazing job on the artwork on that thing. But there's also a QR code inside that will allow you to get the whole album as a free download.
That's right.
That's
Oh, look
pretty
at that.
cool,
You're on
actually.
Scrolling purple bar there up at
Yeah.
the top. Yep,
Yeah.
you can click that. You can click any of those CDs. Type in that code Limberlost10, my friends, and you will get a free CD. Of course, we can't do anything about the shipping, so that's
Right.
there. You know, there it is, and you'd be helping an artist out, and you're gonna love it too. That's the other
Yeah.
thing. You're gonna love this. This is really good. Very proud of it.
That's amazing. My favorite four-letter word, free.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like that word too.
Right.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. So, got a few dates going on the website. Are there any other plans that we are scoping out for the rest of 2025?
We're
this-
working on some
this
stuff.
looks good.
The first one that's coming up that's like on the books is the International Singer-Songwriter Association Awards.
Uh-huh.
We've been members of that for a long time. Actually won it a couple of times. We're actually up for some awards this year too. We're also going to be presenters, and this group, they don't know what the heck they're getting into. It's gonna be, But anyway,
Hand them all
so
a microphone.
that's out in Atlanta, Georgia. So we're gonna go spend the day doing that. We're working on some dates from Houston, possibly into Florida around that. And so
Nice.
we'll be moving around down there. Our management, I don't, you probably know this, but our management is Paul Crosby, the double platinum drummer from Saliva. He lives in Houston, so that's kind of where we film our vids, and we also have played down there several times. So we're planning on doing a little bit of that. We just haven't locked all those dates down. And then also when we get back up here for that Rock the Locks festival, we're working on a couple dates in front of that. We'll be playing maybe a Seattle and a Portland show, and then on out to there. And then Bob's your uncle after that. We're working on some things that again, working with Paul, we do get a lot of opportunities thrown our way, and we'll be through those as this thing gets off the ground too. So yeah, I would expect that you'll see us on tour quite a bit over the next 6 months.
Outstanding. Yeah, Paul is like on fire, or he's just like really pimping these bands out to us, because we've had so many we've actually had Paul on here, as a matter of fact.
I'm sorry.
but yeah, you're like the fourth band from Paul that we've had on here, and it's not even intentional. It's like that's awesome.
He's a busy guy.
He's got a good stable.
So he's definitely doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's getting you out there. So kudos.
Now, I think it was 2023 that you guys did a tour in the UK and Italy. How was that trip for you guys? And like, can I just be jealous overall?
Well, we have to start by saying we signed an NDA. So
yeah, there was some adventures there. Some of which even the NDA we just don't want to talk about even without the NDA. But
no, it's great, everybody. It was
it was fantastic.
It was awesome.
It really was.
It was really
all
awesome.
all the challenges and stuff. It just made it even more special because it was an adventure. It was just once in a lifetime. Well, hopefully not once in a lifetime, but at the time it was certainly something that we'd never done before on that scale. And playing some of the best venues in Ireland and the UK and in Italy, and having them be packed, and just traveling around, in a bus for several weeks. Right. I think the other bands some of them were flying. Like when we went from London to Rome, they were looking at us going, "You're driving? What the hell is wrong?"
I'm like, hell yeah, we're going on a road trip through like France and Italy. And what are you doing? You're flying? Lame.
But yeah, it was great.
You're gonna miss all them sheep and those little roads and shit.
It was great.
It
was
great.
really awesome. It was actually
memories.
just like a fun time, like he was saying, every single show was just amazing and awesome. I mean, we had great people at the merch. We got to meet a lot of people. We got a lot of new fans there. And so we're definitely going back. We're 100% going back. And if we had to do it all over again, we would.
Sure.
We would do it again. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I had a great time. And we got to go in with a pretty high-powered individual. It's very rare that you get your first trip like that and you're not playing, for the 50 cap rooms and stuff. So I think it was a wise decision on our part to hold out for that trip. And we went in on the back of a Titan, and we were beneficiaries of sold out shows everywhere we went. We got great press, and it was a really good, and it also was a very eye-opening experience for us because we came back and we started writing this album on that trip, and we came back and changed the direction of the band a little bit, and that's where we are today. So we all new membership, pretty much, mostly new membership, and so yeah, it was a great trip. It was a catalyst for the things that are happening now.
I think and I've said this before, but I think one of my favorite memories from the trip was actually having them bootleg T-shirts with our logo on it in Rome, just kind of coming out of the show, and they've got our T-shirts up on stands there. Like we never, who are these people?
And we weren't the headliner, but our name was big.
Yeah, that was the funniest part. Bootlegged us, put our name bigger and like ahead of Yngwie's. We were like, what? No.
Yeah, I should have worn it.
We were out there. She's out there haggling with the guy, going, "Hey, we're the band. We get a deal."
I did. I was like, okay. Siamo Limberlost. Okay. So they were like wanting to give us full price. I was like, yeah, I know what you pay for these. This is what I'm gonna pay because we're Limberlost. And the guy's like, he looked at us like,
See,
We're shutting you down. We are shutting you down.
no, I was like, it's fine that you're selling and you sold out, but I didn't. Like, whatever, it's fine. But you're giving me some of them shirts.
Hell yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, that seems to always happen in South America. Every time you go to South America, there's as you pull up, there's already stands with your shirts, and you're just like,
same trademark and copyright laws we do.
Right.
No,
You can't even approach them on it. You know? We were told that when Paul, that was one of the things he says. Yeah, you can't say nothing, man. There's no law against them doing that. And you can get in trouble for trying to harassing them. So.
So does that count as harassing when you're buying the shirts and?
Well, right.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we toured. This guy's toured the world, so whatever we just experienced, there's nothing compared to this guy.
We just
It's
follow.
kind of going, oh, you guys are cute.
You guys are such
like this, okay?
He's like, they're gonna learn today.
Well, it's funny because before we left, he's one of the guys I called, and I chewed his brain for about an hour. It's like, hey, when you go over there, what do you do? What do you do this? And he said, oh yeah, we do it this way, we do it that. So it was good intel to have somebody like Steve who's done it already to go out, give me some tips so I didn't totally crap the bed when we were over there.
We've got some really good kind of infrastructure for traveling, touring bands there. The Vans for Bands, basically a whole fleet of vans, really nice vans to rent out to bands, and they show up stocked with all your rental equipment. And if you want to pay extra for a driver, you can do that, or just drive it yourself. I'm not aware of that kind of service here in the States, but it was great.
Oh, you do that? They just stole gear from that guy and put it on the back of that van. Yeah, sold it.
They're called
Do they come stocked with shirts?
Already? We could have asked. They probably
could have. There's probably an industry over there.
Oh goodness. Oh wow, this is exciting. I cannot wait to see what you guys have ready for us, especially after Friday the 13th of next month. And how long is the? I hadn't seen the track list. Did you have the track list? How many songs were on this?
10.
10. All right, solid. So,
oh yeah.
What made you guys go full length album instead of like an EP or anything like that? There's this controversy of kicking it back to old school. Let's do a full album with 10 songs or just spoon feed these people EPs every once in a while.
Yeah. We get that a lot, actually. we got that from our manager. We got that from our distributor. We got that from our PR. Everybody that we've got is like, why are you doing it? Like, all these songs are so good. But see, there's a reason, actually. There's a lot of really good reasons. One, the first one is that the art of a concept album is it shouldn't die. Didn't start with albums, it started with Schubert, so it shouldn't die. I don't see that as something that is going to go away. When you put a bunch of songs together that all have a flow from beginning to end, and they all kind of tell you a story, but they're not like a musical where it's like about the story. It's like a concept about it's an album about a concept. And so we saw it as living into that art form, as having that art form. And then the other thing was, it's clearly a new direction. So, if you were to go listen to Alien and really like it, and then you were to go listen to Old Limberlost, you might like it, but you're not going to really find something just like Alien. It's something as hard as Alien or as heavy as it. And so part of it too is also a move into the pivot of a little bit of our new sound in such a way that rather than just give you a little bit of it, we're going to go, this is us. There it is. So our next album will be a little bit more the spoon fed, but this one lives as a whole concept.
Okay, well that makes absolute sense. Absolutely, yes. So, is there anything that you guys would like to get out there to the world besides go and pre-save? And it's free, free. Come
Good.
on.
Yeah, which
Promote
probably
free.
you don't like free, then you're not American.
Or friends.
Tell your friends. Get free ones for your
Or
friends.
human. You must be
You must
an
be
alien.
Aliens are such cheapskates.
Yeah, those aliens, man. No, just yeah, we're always looking for new fans, of course. So yeah, go out there and check us out. You'll get more and more of the new material, like Brittany was saying. We will hopefully be releasing a new video here probably shortly after the album drops, and then actually Alien gets service to radio next week, I believe. So that's going to get out there in a much broader scope, and then all of a sudden you're going to see some, even though all the albums going to drop at once, we're still going to be going through the motions of single releases probably through
Right.
the fall.
Okay.
We've got 4 or 5 of these that we've been told would do very well on radio, so we're going to kind of move in that direction. And then we've already got songs written for the next one, so not all of them, but we've got some of them, and so yeah. So we're
That's a
excited.
preview of our new
They're
song.
very excited
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Okay, you're gonna love
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna
Just trust us.
That's the funny
True.
But so yeah,
You
so
know
we're-
exactly
there's,
which song.
go to our website too. There's something else that's kind of cool on our website too. Is we have a section on there. We're not pumping it really hard right now because we're really working on this CD, and that's where we want people's minds, hearts, and dollars on that right now. But you can actually access. I think it's like $35 a month or something like
No,
that.
no, it's $35
Bucks
for
a year. It's
Mhm.
even better.
Ooh,
Ask
yeah.
and get a whole back. You said you love the behind the scenes stuff that you got to see. How would you like to go and see our whole European tour with all the shenanigans?
All of it.
And
We pretty much filmed
we
all
the
of
whole
it.
thing,
Every
performance.
show, all the behind the scenes,
Even the stuff mom and dad don't want to see.
Yeah, all the crazy
all the
things,
pranks.
We
but
may
we
may
got
have
a
to
little,
have you sign an NDA though if you're going to do that.
Mhm.
We've got Sammy's back, the vocal practice on there.
Oh, yeah.
Bloopers.
The bloopers.
There's even more behind the scenes of Alien. There's a whole bunch of the filming of that and footage that is never, wasn't put in the video. So all of that you gain. See how there's that VIP right there on the website. You $35, and then you will get a thing in your email prompting you to make a password, and then you'll be able to sign in, and you get access to all of that. People who were VIP members also got to see the music video about 2 weeks ahead of time.
Very
Oh
cool.
wow, that'd be pretty sick.
So it's our own way of getting away from that whole Patreon thing, but that's our fan club. That's where we want our hardcores to go. We call them join the lost ones.
Yeah.
Or as Tony likes to say, get lost.
Yeah.
Very
I need
cool.
T-shirts and wristlets.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. And it was absolutely a blast with you guys. I bet you guys are a trip out there on the road.
We're gonna find out.
We're
soon
gonna find
enough.
out soon enough, but there's a warning label
Yeah.
going on that bus. Trust me.
Send thoughts and prayers.
Yep.
Lots of prayers, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, and have a great evening, man. It looks beautiful out there.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Very pretty.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Peace.
Take care.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Too cool. I love it. I love it. And so much that